YouTubers everywhere and vinyl community. I just got a package from outer space. Big old box. How do I know this package came from outer space? Well, right on the top of the package when I opened it up was this, a uniform patch from the International Space Station in Russia. Russian. How could this have got in that package unless these records were shipped from the space station? And that brings up the question, what kind of turntable do you use in zero gravity? I'm going to look down here to see what you guys have to say about that. In this package was two records, really good timing. My knowledge of jazz is basically all pre-1950, pre-World War II. I've been trying to get into some of the more modern jazz and learn about it, and I've just recently been watching some videos and thinking I need to get some more of this kind of music. I've only got a few of them, and boom, in the mail from outer space, a couple records. Here's the first one. Grant Green, Idle Moments, Blue Note 75-year reissue. I maybe heard Grant Green's name, wasn't familiar with him. Piano player on here, Duke Pearson. I'm a piano guy, never heard of Duke Pearson. He's a composer, composed two of the tunes on this record and plays piano on the record. And was kind of like for a 6 or 7 year period, he was the A&R man for Blue Note. So he was involved in a lot of different recordings. I looked up on Discogs to see how this music is categorized. They call it bop. I'm not familiar with the different categories in the modern stuff. In 1956 and 1957, I learned the Texas bop. Well, that's a dance step. That's a different kind of bop. Reading some reviews of this record, a person described it as modal bop. Probably what that is when we have to separate genres into subgenres. The first tune on here, Idle Moments, considered maybe one of Duke Pearson's best and outstanding tune. When you read the notes, this was very interesting because they were instructed to play for 7.5 minutes, and the recording went on for over 15 minutes, so it wasn't going to fit. Well, they had to rearrange what they put on the record. They recorded it again, but this was one of those things where the boys were in the mood. They're playing, the music was so good, that version went on the record instead of the one that would fit. Got a lot of nice variety on here. Idle Moments we could practically call easy listening jazz. Maybe that's modal bop. Jean DeFleur is very good, and Django more down my pathways. And the last tune, Nomad, a lot of variety in these four tunes, tempo changes, a very enjoyable record. One of the things about Grant Green, he died at age 43 in 1979, and he was kind of not known as much as he should have, and this was kind of the record that alerted people to his presence. He recorded either as leader or sideman on a lot of Blue Note records. He's an outstanding guitar player, and this record was very enjoyable. Now, I don't know what's going on with the space boys, the boys that are working on space travel and so forth. I don't know if that same group of people is working on time travel. Now, maybe over at Area 57 they're working on time travel. I don't know, and maybe those boys is talking to the boys over in Houston. But there's some time travel going on with these records, because the next record I'm going to show you, these boys were over at my house last night. Sonny Rollins, Max Roach, a couple of their friends. They were right there in the room. We had a good time. Saxophone Colossus, Sonny Rollins. Again, a record that is the record that made him. He went on still playing today, or at least last year at age 85. Very interesting. Again, a nice group of music with a lot of variety. Sonny Rollins' tenor saxophone was really good. All the boys on here were good, but Max Roach on the drums was really good. Several reviewers said that they thought maybe this was one of the performances on here was some of Max Roach's best. And see what else I had on the note here. This is a mono record. The Grant Green record was recorded at Van Gelder Studios, but I couldn't find any place that Van Gelder had anything to do with it. This record, Van Gelder was the engineer. This is on Prestige. The Grant Green record was mastered by Bernie Grundman, and it had been reissued a number of times. You don't know exactly which issue it was that he remastered, but how did the boys, the other thing on here, the track listing doesn't match the way the descriptions of the tunes are in here, which don't match the layout of the tunes actually on the vinyl. One tune on here, which I actually knew, of course, You Don't Know What Love Is, so that helped me identify to be sure which tunes were which when I wasn't really familiar with the other three. I don't know if the original of this record had them mixed up, or if something happened when they redid this, whatever. This is Prestige, the label, really nice label. I've never seen the original, but I'm sure this is like the original. Has a nice advertising for Prestige. Has the thing about this reissue series. So how did the boys get in the room with me? Well, this is a 200 gram Quality Records pressing, Analog Productions, original master tapes, remastered, all analog from the original master tapes, deluxe packaging, limited edition, less than 1,000 records per stamper, and this was redone by Kevin Gray, and they did an outstanding job. So some of you are probably wondering what the heck's going on. What's he been talking about here? Where did these records come from? Well, a few of you know that our friend Paul, aka Baraka P. Dub, maybe had something to do with this. Can't be sure about that. I did get a little note from him and talked about that the importance of these tracks and so forth, and I really appreciate these records, and it's a little bit problematic because Analog Productions is redoing 25 Prestige, 25 Blue Notes, where they're remastering them all analog from the original master tapes, and it's making me nervous that I might start buying some of those. So I want to thank you for this VCLT, and I hope you guys enjoyed the little presentation today. See ya.